we're going to do our exploration of the core Gutenberg files on github.com here at github.com WordPress Gutenberg, and I would suggest you also download a copy or pull down a local copy of it as well, because at some point you will want to look through some of these files and search for things, and that'll just be easier with a local copy. However, what we have at a high level here, we'll just go through each of these and then drill down to some of the more important ones. The blocks are where you're going to see the default Gutenberg blocks, the code for that, as well as components for helping build blocks, so common toolbars and things like that that will be applied to all blocks. Components is going to be a higher up level folder that will have bigger components for building the editor, as well as some higher level block stuff, and we'll look at the differences between those as well. Data is going to be for managing the state, and currently this is just closed within the plugin, but it will be expanded so that you also have a data store within your plugins that you could pull into with Gutenberg and WordPress. Dates, of course, we all know can be a little tricky with JavaScript, so we have some things to help us out there. The Docker setup, and actually all of the documentation that you'll find in the handbook and stuff is in here in README files or in Markdown files, so you could check those out. Editor is going to be controlling the actual editor interface, so at a much higher level than just the blocks, but building that entire Gutenberg or new WordPress editor interface. And element is going to be the React abstraction layer, so that we could use React components and different elements of React and integrate with Gutenberg without actually having to use React in our code. So it has some high-level interfacing provided for us there. The internationalization library, very helpful so that we can get some of the common PHP functions that we have, like underscore underscore in our JavaScript for translations, which is great. The languages folder, which is actually going to be pulled back into get text. We could peek at that a little bit later. Generic library, PHP unit testing, tests, everything in here has tests associated with it, as well as some extra utilities and the vendor library. So that at a high level is the main directories. Coming down into some of the files, of course, we've got Babel file, some Gitignore stuff. If you are using ESLint, you could check out the ESLint setup that is here. The composer file for some of the PHP-sided stuff, the actual main Gutenberg.php, so this will be the main index file, and we'll peek at that in a bit more depth, as well as the package.json, so you could check out what they're pulling in, and of course you're probably going to want to check out their Webpack config, because it's probably going to have some similarities, strong similarities, with the Webpack config you're using in your own plugin. So at a high level, this is the Gutenberg source code. Again, go ahead and head over here, scroll through these, start checking this out, or just grab a local copy and explore it on your own there.